BookTube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to share with you guys my 2018 Stephen King read-along. I am coming to you from the kitchen. This is a cow with a yellow face and some green polka dots. Now you're wondering, Missy, why are you in the kitchen? This is weird. You're sitting on the kitchen ground. Why are you in here? Well, I was cooking dinner and I didn't want it to burn. 2, I am too lazy to set up my lights because then I have to take them down. And 3, I just didn't want to be squished between the bookcase and the bed. I know, first world problems. Okay, so let me move my beer out of the way really quick. I have a stack, which, oh, gosh darn it. So I have a stack here of very colorful, I love these editions, Stephen King books. I have 11 books to share with you guys for this read-along. If you're wondering why not 12, because there are 12 months in the year. I am currently still reading the Dark Tower series. You may have finished up if you have been following along with my schedule. I know someone finished. Congratulations. I wish I would have done the same. So yeah, I'm going to have to double up some of these books in 1 month because I am currently still reading the Dark Tower series. Now, as some backstory, I started this read-along in 2016. It was a physical copy read-along, and I read about 6 out of the 12 books, which is kind of sad because I got into a reading funk after The Talisman. That book put me in a slump. I never got to finish it. I only reached like page 300. It just took so stinking long, and it was boring as all hell. Like, the boy was just walking and walking, and I couldn't get into it. So I put it down and took a break for a long time. And then 2017, which of course is this year, I decided I would do an audio along because listening to the Stephen King books in my car is a whole lot easier than picking up the physical copies. And then I'm guaranteed to have something to listen to in the car at all times. Now, when it comes to my read-alongs, what I've been doing in the past is I've just been posting my updates on Twitter whenever I remember, and then obviously I have a Goodreads page, and I update every single day on there, my page number and what I've read so far. Very simplistic. I don't put any spoilers in there, but if you've read the book, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I have those 2 places where I update you guys on where I'm at. Chloe Princess, is that how you say your name? I think it's like XX, Chloe Princess XX. Anyways, she was saying that she wanted it to be like a Goodreads group buddy read, which would be super fabulous, but I don't know how to create a group on Goodreads. I could definitely look it up, but I don't want to be the leader of that just because I'm so busy all the time, you know. I have the work and the kids and the chores and reading, and so I don't want to like create a whole new group and then remember to log in every day and discuss on the Goodreads group. So if one of you lovely friends would like to create a Goodreads page on my behalf, that would be awesome. Or I could make the page, but then you could be the co-creator or whatever it's called, and then help me along. Like I said, I do want to be able to discuss these books with you guys, but I want to be able to do it in the way you guys want without me being too lost, because I can barely remember to post updates on Twitter. So to create a whole new page and then post there and discuss there I would have to get used to it. And I mean, it's not, I'm rambling now. Just keep that in mind. If you guys want a Goodreads group, let me know down below. Maybe we can discuss it as a group and we can all be co-creators of the group. I don't care. It's just a place where we can discuss the books. Or if you have Twitter, you're good at Twitter. I'm terrible at Twitter, but I do know how to work the group conversations in the direct message. We can do that instead. Now, on to the books. For January, I've chosen Misery. I was supposed to read this in 2016. I never got to it. This should be a quick thriller. It's under 400 pages. I think it's like 346. And it's about an obsessed fan who is in love with an author's characters, and she wants the book to end a certain way, and so she has kept him hostage so that way he will write the book the way she wants it to be written. Sounds very scary. I've never seen this movie. I know. For February, I have Blaze. This is written by Richard Bachman, aka Stephen King. I don't know anything about this book. It is 340 pages, so again, a very short read. If you've read this, of course, you would just skip it. Now, for the books themselves, if you want to read it physically, go ahead. If you want to listen to it on audio, go ahead. Those are the ways I'm going to do it. I'm going to be listening to it on audio, but these are the skinny ones. I could probably pick up and read the physical copies, so we'll see how it goes. For March, we have Dolores Claiborne. I don't know anything about this one, and this is 299 pages, so again, very short. We have April, which is The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. I don't know what this book is about at all. It is 226 pages. No, 223 pages. So yeah, that is tiny. Can't wait to read it. What are we on? January, February, March, April, May. May is Firestarter. I was supposed to read this one last month in November, but because I'm still currently reading the Dark Tower series, I never got to it. One of you friends actually read all of the books on this list this year. I applaud you for keeping up. Summers really are hard for me because I don't have to go to work during the summer because I'm a teacher, and so I like to sleep in. So the reading just never happens. I have good intentions and then they never happen. So Firestarter is May. I want to read this. I've seen this movie, and but bits and pieces of it, because all of these Stephen King movies that I've watched, I was a little girl, so I can't remember all of them. I do know that Drew Barrymore plays the little girl in this movie who can start fires with her mind because she's telekinetic or something. So yeah, very cool. Then for January, February, March, April, May, June, I chose a tiny one. This should be able to get done. I have no excuses. This is 340 pages. How much is Firestarter? These chunky Hodor books make it really... This one's 566, so this one's a long one. This one's short. And thinner, this is about a man with a pie? Am I wrong? I've seen this movie. I thought he ate a pie and then he started like getting skinny because of this pie. He used to be like a pretty obese man and then got super bone skinny after eating pie. Am I totally wrong? I could be totally wrong. All right, for July, I have a collection of short stories. Again, this should be able to be read. This is called The Night Shift. This is 488 pages. I'm not quite sure how many stories there are in this. There's no, oh yes there is. There is a table of contents. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20 stories in this one. I'm excited because there is the Lawnmower Man is in this, and I really like that movie. I've seen that movie a lot. The Lawnmower Man is in this one, and so is Children of the Corn. Again, a movie that I've seen. Definitely looking forward to July's. All right, for August, we have another short story collection because you got to have the short story collections during the summertime. This one is 679 pages, or is that just Stephen King's talking? Oh, that's a foreword. Afterward. It's 668 pages. Again, it's still very long. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 stories in it. It's got the Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. So I wonder if it's the entire story. Maybe not. That's the only one I know. I don't know the art pupil, the body, or the breathing method. I've never read this one at all. So I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Again, there's 4 stories in different seasons. All right, where am I at? We're on to September with Pet Sematary. Again, this was a book I was supposed to read in 2016. I picked it up, I read 4 pages, and then I didn't pick it up again. I really wanted to read this in October. But you know what? It's all of Stephen King. And I could actually switch this to October. Let me know down below, because I have Tommyknockers for October. If you want to switch Tommyknockers and read this in September and this in October, I will definitely switch it. But for the Pet Sematary, it is 464 pages, so it's not too bad. And I do own this movie, so I want to watch the movie after I've read the book. And then again, I said in October I have the Tommyknockers. This is a really fat book, so I'm thinking this is going to have to take 2 months to read it. This is 979 pages. This is practically 1,000 pages. And this is about aliens. So, yeah, this would go into... The taquitos are done. So this would be a October-November read. I would make this 2 months because it is so long. And then my final book I have here is Christine. I was supposed to read this book this month in December for 2017, and I didn't get to it, so I want to read it for 2018 for December. And again, this is a very fat book, so this would be carried over to 2019, to that January. But this is 749 pages. It's actually not... It's not longer than Tommyknockers, which is very strange because they look about the same size, but Tommyknockers is longer. So there you go, Christine. All right, let me know down below if you guys, that was funny. Let me know down below if you are going to be participating in this read along. Let me know how you want to communicate and discuss the books. If we do decide to do it on Instagram, or excuse me, not Instagram. If we do decide to do a group conversation on Twitter, I want to have it where you have the page number that you're going to be discussing, like up to that page number, and then have a couple lines skipped and then start talking about it, just so that way it doesn't spoil anybody. And then if we do a Goodreads group, and if you guys want, if you want me to create a Goodreads group for this read along, but I definitely need help. I'll create the group, but I need help in keeping it up because I am not good at that. I can't even have a blog because I just can't remember to go online to write things up. So if you guys want to do it that way, we can also do it that way, and then just have each like discussion section. Again, we'll have page numbers so no one gets spoiled with what's going on throughout the book if they're not up to where we are at yet. Alright, and that is it. I hope you guys join. I've had a lot of fun reading the Stephen King books in the last 2 years. I can't wait for next year. I will be changing the banner on my Stephen King Twitter page. I will leave that link down below if you guys do want to join my, or add me. I don't know what it's called. Follow. It's called follow. If you want to follow that Twitter, I will leave it linked down below. I try to update on there. I do update on my personal Twitter page a lot more frequently than I do the Stephen King one. But yeah, that's all I have to say for tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!